It's hot. It's damn hot. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Do, 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 do. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Woo! Woo, woo, woo. Hi, hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is Unseen Universe. I am Mitch and I am sweltering hot. But let's just crack on because we are late. I must apologise. It's hot. There's gremlins in the system. Everything's going a bit woo. And we're just going to try and plough through this and see how we get on. So if we keep cutting out like that, I'm going to have to apologise. But first, before we start, I've got to bring on the man himself, my right-hand man, my partner in crime, helping me, helping you, helping everybody. It's Gavilar from Impossible Invert!
Ew. Yeah. Ew.
Hello.
How's
it going? How's it going, dude?
Yeah, not bad.
You all right?
Yeah.
We're going to struggle tonight, I think, aren't we?
Probably.
I think we are going to struggle. I've got the heat. I've got the blowers on the laptop. I'm hoping everything's going to be all right. Arthur's getting upset outside of the garden. I've no idea why. What's going on there? So it's the heat. It's the heat. Everything's burning up, man, and we're all struggling. So let's just get going. Who's in the chat, man? Let's say hello before it all dies. So,
come already.
Oh my goodness, it's just gonna. Peculiar Pests. How's it going, Peculiar Pests? How are you? Welcome, welcome. RS Designs. Oh man, can you remember how RS Designs' name? I can't.
Russ.
I'm not even going to try. Russ? Is it Russ or Ross?
Russ.
Russ, how's it going, man?
Gone again.
We are struggling. I don't know how we're going to get on with this. Anyway, we'll just keep going. Greg, how's it going, my friend? Everyone, you're going to have to forgive me, everyone. I don't know what's going on here. Spiders. Andy is in the house. How's it going, Andy? You all right, my friend?
Jeremy.
Good. I hope everybody's all right. Aperture Attic, that's Andy. How's it going, mate? Tim's in the house. Tim says, Gav, some Lancashire. Pass it on. Oh my goodness, that's fighting talk, that is.
No.
Jeremy, how's it going, Jeremy? You all right, my friend? Vanessa's in the house. How's it going, Vanessa? I'm just going to hang her on. Hang on a minute. That's Mandy. Can you remember, Gav, the other day when we were doing a free and easy stream?
Yeah.
Are we back? And we're back in the room.
I don't know about
can you remember? I was saying,
not me.
I know. I'm sorry, everybody. If I keep disappearing, my Wi-Fi is really, I don't know. It's the heat. What can I say? I'm sorry, everyone. I'm not going to say sorry anymore because otherwise I'm going to be saying sorry every 5 minutes. So anyway, how's it going? Yes, remember, Mandy, I said I jokingly said Mandy was a hanger-oner. So
Yep.
she's changed the name to Hanger-On. I love it. I love it. We love the sense of humour. Well done, Mandy. Nice one. Who else have we? Who else have we got? I've said hello to Happy Ant UK. Happy Ant UK. Now, he's Happy Ant UK. Who is that? Do we know Happy Ant UK? I don't think we do.
I'm not sure what
I think
Happy
that's a
Ant's
new
real
one.
name
Welcome.
is,
Welcome.
but I know who Happy Ant is.
So, you do?
Yeah.
Did you say, who is that? What's
I said I don't know what the name is, but I know who they are.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah. 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 Let's see. I think that might be it. That might be everyone. Chat. I was just saying.
Callum.
I was just saying if I've missed anybody, it's too far back in the chat, so I apologise if I've missed you. So what did you say, Gav?
Callum.
Callum. There we go. Callum is Happy Ant. Welcome, Callum. Welcome, welcome to our lovely little stream. Excuse me. You'll have to excuse when we have this incredible heat. I really struggle to keep the temperatures down on the cameras, the laptop, and everything else. So I'm going to be drifting in and out tonight, I think. So I apologise for that.
It's not. This
so
is
anyway,
remix.
Callum, welcome, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are new to. Shall I just give up? Shall we just go home? I'm just going to start. I think we should just start, shall we? I'll tell you what I've got, guys. I've got something a little bit lined up. Criticam has transmorphized into Criticam 2, and yes, that's right. Hopefully we've got some Death Feigning Beetles on the go. And if this starts to mess with the Wi-Fi too much, I'm going to have to turn it off. But I'm going to chop up some food and put that in the old, because I didn't get time to do this earlier. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly chop up some food. So as you know, guys, this is the Death Feigning Beetle, the Asbolus, verrucosus, and Hadrurus arizonensis, the giant dairy hairy scorpion, and the blue Death Feigning Beetles. So basically, we are going to do a cohab tonight. Now, who else has a blue Death Feigning Beetle scorpion cohab? Hands up in the air. Well, I had these quite a few years ago now, and it is a super. It is a super cool setup. I'm dead excited to have them again. I know if Peter was here, he'd be saying, I had these before off you, dude, and you too can have these again, because I've got quite a few of these setups going. So the one I'm going to do tonight is actually coming to Scotland with me, and it's going to be for sale. And I'm going to crack on with that in just a sec. But what I really want to do is put some freshly. I mean, they're so fresh. I'm doing them right now, right in front of your very eyes. So I'm just going to chop up some beetles, some roaches. Sorry, not beetles. That wouldn't be very good, would it?
No, you're not supposed to feed the communal to the communal.
You what, dude?
I said you're not supposed to feed the communal to the communal. Evening, Joffy.
Is it working, Gav?
Yeah. You need to turn your computer
Excellent.
up.
Right. Me?
Yeah.
Why, what's up? Are you speaking and I'm not hearing?
Yeah.
My volume's up as loud as it'll go. Sorry, go on, say again.
It's long gone now. Just carry on.
Right, I'm going to get started because we've fussed about long enough. Right, so basically I can't see them. Move them a bit further. Right, I'm just going to crack on because this is just ridiculous. So, I have got, this is my, so I've moved Criticam a little bit closer to the feeding pot because I think we're a bit too far away, and I think that's a little bit better. Hopefully there'll be a little bit more action soon when the beetles soon realise that they are there. So there's actually 30 beetles in this enclosure. I was hoping to set up another camera so that you could see the overall view, but that's just too much. I'm already pushing my luck with having two cameras going. So right, basically, I'm going to set up this lovely cohab in this lovely tarantula room, cylindrical. And now this is one of the old ones that that Christoph used to do. I've had a few of these over the years, and this has got the LED light on the bottom, on the lid. So it actually looks really nice when it's set up and it's got the LED light going on and everything. So let's just. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make up some. I've made up some substrate. So just to quickly recap, what we're going to do is. And I'm back in the room. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the Blue Death Feigning Beetle, Hadrurus arizonensis cohab. This is a cohab that that's been floating around for a few years now. I first had this cohab about how long ago, Gav? About 4 or 5 years ago. 4 or 5 years ago
Yeah,
now, I think.
something like that.
And it worked really well, and I was absolutely blown away by how amazing they actually look together. Because when you've got this little deserty setup, and then you've got the absolutely beautiful golden coloration of the scorpion with the blue of the beetles, it just looks absolutely amazing. Now there was a lot of like chit chat in the early days about a cohabitation. Would the scorpion like kind of turn on the beetles? Would there be some argy bargy? But there was one or two people before I did it. There was one or two people had done it. I'm back.
Yep, yeah.
So yeah, there was a few people had done it like a year or so before I did mine, and everybody had reported that it was fine. Just do it. Don't worry about it. Now everyone was using the Hadrurus arizonensis species with these death feigning beetles, mainly because they're from kind of the same sort of regions, the same sort of areas: Arizona deserts, Colorado deserts, and various other regions of North America. So so I felt pretty confident. So I just went for it. And I remember when I first did it, I thought I'll just put one beetle, in with the scorpion. And I was like, I'll just try that just in case, They were together fine for a couple of days, so I put a few more beetles in. I think I had 5 beetles in with 1 scorpion, and seriously, it just looked absolutely amazing. They were doing really well together, and in fact, I saw quite a lot of interesting behaviours whereby it looked like the beetles were actually kind of almost like cleaning parts of the scorpion. So in between like the hinges in the legs and various parts of the abdomen where it curls up, the beetles were actually kind of in the nooks and crannies, what appeared to be like cleaning in between the scorpions. So there was definitely some like kind of symbiotic relationship going on. So I imagine from the beetle's perspective, the scorpion provides a nice amount of protection, and also from the scorpion's perspective, if there's some cleaning going on, the beetles like kind of cleaning out any like parasites or mites or anything. Because as we know, these beetles are they're opportunistic feeders. Basically, they are omnivores. They'll pretty much eat anything. From, as you can see right now, they're enjoying a lovely snack of freshly killed roaches. But they will eat just about any veg, fruits, pretty much anything really. So yeah, they're really easy to keep. Absolutely brilliant to keep, really. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna crack on with this. Now we've covered a little bit of care, and then we'll talk about the scorpions and the beetles in a minute. So basically, what I want to do first is put down a relatively deep layer of substrate, because you need to think about both species when you're setting up with the cohab. Obviously, you need to think about the scorpion and you need to think about the beetle. Now, the beetle doesn't really require too much in the way of special substrate and things.
You're back.
Thanks. If I keep pausing, it's because I want to make sure I'm not just speaking while I'm still frozen in time. So I'm back. So I'll keep speaking. So basically, yeah, the beetles they're quite happy to just have you know any kind of dry, dusty, deserty, dry soil kind of substrate. But obviously, when you think about the Hadrurus, this is a nocturnal creature. So during the day, it does like to burrow, make quite intricate burrows or relatively deep down. So what you need to do is make sure you provide that kind of adequate substrate for the scorpion. So what I've done is I've got my usual mix of vermiculite. I'm just gonna I've got my usual mix of vermiculite and water and sand. And this is, if you've been watching my streams previously, you'll know, especially when I did the predatory beetle bioactive, you'll know that I keep raving on about this substrate that I make.
And you're back.
I'm back. So yeah, like I was saying, if you've watched my previous streams, you'll know I keep raving on about this substrate because I used to use, like everybody else, I used to use excavator clay, which is great, obviously, but you do have to make sure that with excavator clay, you have to make sure you get the ratio of clay substrate to water just right. Otherwise, it can be too hard. It can solidify too much, and it makes it quite difficult for the animals that want to burrow into it to actually burrow in it. So, I mean, it's not the end of the world, and it's not It's not rocket science to do, but I'm just saying, you have to kind of get it just right. And also, it's quite expensive. So I kind of just had a bit of a brainwave and came up with this and just thought, hey, hang on a minute. What about vermiculite? It absorbs all that water and it will retain all that water, especially if you use it as a base layer where you can pour sand and other substrate over the top to lock in that moisture. And I've used it for a few things now over the last several months, and well, we like it, don't we, Gav?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Gav, who's in the chat? Who's saying what? Because I feel like I've just been in my own world for a while. Let's see if I can. Let's see if I can do something with this. This thing. Not set up this cam very well.
People are just talking about.
Anybody new in the chat? Well, I want to know. Come on, help me out. Is Claire not here? Where's Claire?
No, she's not here. She'll be mad at you for it being 23 minutes.
Chris is in the house. How's it going, Chris? Yet? Right. I'm just going to use all this, I think. Just so Francis. Right. Like that. How's it going, man? You all right? 60 by 40 by 40. Oh my goodness. That's a huge one. Man. How's it going, Joffrey? Sorry if I'm missing a few people. Rick, how's it going, Rick? You all right, dude? Right. I'm going to make myself big. Right, guys. So I've put my base layer in. Is the vermiculite, sand, and water. So it's got a certain amount of moisture in it, and basically that is going to help with holding its. Is mainly because obviously the scorpion, they do like to burrow. So I want to be able to give the scorpion a chance to burrow and create its own little space. The beetles will burrow a little bit, but nowhere near. They won't dig out anywhere near as much as the scorpion will. In fact, the beetles will probably go down with the scorpion. Now, I think Greg commented on my initial post, basically saying that he was going to watch this and get any tips on how he could improve his setup. Now, this is not going to be anything elaborate, Greg. I've got to tell you, this is going to be pretty. This is going to be pretty basic. I'm not going to do anything too fancy. It's basically going to be this vermiculite substrate, sand substrate, and then I'm going to add some extra layers of substrate. So basically what I've got now is a mixture of soil, vermiculite, and this is all dry, soil, vermiculite, and what else is in here? Oh yeah, just sand basically. So it's a nice dry kind of substrate. Claire's in the house. Claire, where have you been? You are late. We're going to have to think twice about this, about Claire's situation, aren't we? If she's going to turn up, if she's just going to turn up late, dude. Yeah, so I haven't seen your setup, Greg. But if you're already saying that you need deeper substrate, then yes, dude. Also, what have you used for your substrate? Have you basically just used sand? Because obviously, if it's just sand, your your desert scorpion's going to struggle to, you know, dig out a fully functioning kind of burrow, because otherwise the sand's just going to collapse in on itself. So, yeah, so that's just something to think about. That's why I'm using. I mean, you could use excavator clay, like I said, but I'm using this vermiculite sand water, which is pretty much the same sort of thing. Um, Andy's in the house. How's it going, Andy? You all right, dude? Am I back?
Yeah.
You all right, Gav? You're very quiet.
There's no point in me talking, is there?
So there we go. You can see from the top right there. Yeah, you had to be here earlier, Claire, to work out why Mandy changed her name. So, 8:20 ratio of desert sand, pebbles, topsoil, peat moss. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I mean, there's no hard and fast rules here about what sort of substrate setup that you have. I've just opted for this very basic, plain lower layer, mainly because it's practical and it'll allow the scorpion to burrow down. I'm going to have a piece of cork bark in a moment, and it'll allow the obviously the scorpion to just burrow down underneath the cork bark, and it can.
And you're back.
There you go, and I'm back in the room. So I'm meant to keep an eye on when I drift out. So there you go. Right, I'm going to put a little bit of this. So, like I say, this is just to make the substrate look a little bit more interesting.
I'm back.
I'm back. So yeah, this top layer is basically just to make it look a little bit more realistic, a bit more interesting, and basically it's just sand, vermiculite, and soil mixed together, dried. And I'm also going to add a few more bits and pieces. Right, let's get me bag of tricks out, shall we? Woo! Sorry, everybody. I know I said I wasn't going to apologise again, but I feel like I should. Um, it's the heat. It's the heat. I'm just going to have to keep going. Yes, this is not the first cheesecake I've made live on a live stream. I'm pretty certain I've made a cheesecake before. I can't remember what it was. It was probably the last time I did something similar to this. But I've got a couple of pieces of cork bark. I've got some fake foliage and bits and pieces. So what I want to do is I just want to partially dig out just to start a burrow, and then just put a piece of cork bark over that. You see, the thing is, there we go. Just got to start a burrow there with over underneath one piece of cork bark. That is basically going to be for. I mean, I'm going to do two. I'm going to do two. So basically, the what happened last time when I did a cohab, the the beetles kind of had their own burrow, and then next to it, the scorpion had its own burrow, and they kind of kept themselves separate. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back.
So yeah, during the day they kind of kept themselves separately, and then in the evening, both beetles and the scorpion both came out, and that's when they interacted. It was actually such a cool thing to see. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm basically going to create two starter burrows, and I've got two pieces of cork bark. Now, one of the reasons. Okay, am I back?
Back.
I'm back. One of the things that I did learn, which is nothing new when it comes to scorpions, but one of the things that I did learn is not to spend too much time making your enclosure look beautiful, because the scorpion is going to trash it. I guarantee it. I guarantee scorpion is going to trash your enclosure. So honestly, you really don't want to be messing about too much. Um, just going to zoom in a little bit. Right, there you go. So basically, just created, just got two pieces of cork bark, which is enough. Put little starter burrows in both of them, and that will do for now. And then what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of decor. Anybody who's in the house? There we go. So what's the tea, Emma? Okay. How big is the enclosure? Well, this is actually obviously it's a relatively small enclosure. I think it's 15, 30. I think it's 30 by. I think it might be 30 by 30. It's there or thereabouts. It's about 30 by 30, I think. It is it's one of the old designs by Christoph Tarantula Room. I've actually had this for years. I've got two of these left now. I'm back. So yeah, I've got two of these. This is one of the old-fashioned ones. I don't think Christoph doesn't make these anymore. This is one with the LED light in the lid. So they actually look super cool when it's all done. So just going to add a little bit of decor, because the beetles
Back.
thanks. So I'm adding a little bit of decor and a little bit of height, because the beetles do love to climb. They love a little bit of climbing. So Gab,
Yeah.
did you notice the change to my thumbnail? Did you see anything new about it?
I didn't see thumbnail. I don't
The
see
thumbnail
thumbnail
for
if I'm in
the
StreamYard already. I don't even know what I'm trying. The one for this stream?
yeah, I made a slight change to the usual to the picture of me that I put in the thumbnail.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's gonna be where it's Wally of that logo in it.
This is that right there.
He's back.
I'm back. Apologies, everybody. So there you go. Yeah. So Emma, the enclosure I think is 30 by 30. It's got the LED light, and you're right, it does look super cool with the scorpions. It's just a white light though, so yeah, there's no fluorescence or UV or anything like that going on. So okay, here we go. One got stuck in a decoration for a week. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because I think Claire's your scorpions are still quite small, aren't they? I don't know what else you've got. I know you got the ones from me. Uh, so we've got a few bits coming together now.
And he's back.
There we go. It's just a few bits coming together now. So I'm putting these bits in at the back here, these upright bits, mainly for the beetles to climb up. But I've got a feeling I'll come back tomorrow and it'll all be trashed. We'll have to see. I'm hoping because I've got this deep substrate, that's quite sturdy.
Back.
Back, thanks. Like I was saying, I'm hoping, even though I remember from experience that the scorpion tends to trash most of the decoration that you put in here, but I'm hoping because I've got the deep substrate that I'm pushing everything really deep in and it's quite secure. So I'm hoping the scorpion's just going to leave it alone, but we'll see. So I'm basically going to leave the quite a lot of free area at the front, just because um, that's where you want to see all your activity, right there at the front. So you want to try and leave like a nice play area at the front, so to speak, an observation space, so you can look and be quite excited about seeing. So I've also got a few bits and pieces in here for this now, so you can see I've got a couple of like fake succulents at the back, some fake dried flowers. Well, actually, no, they're not fake. They are actually real dried flowers, but the succulents are fake. Some birch bark, another fake succulent at the front there. So I'm not going mental, but I am going to add a few stones and pebbles and a few other bits and pieces now. So it's coming. So, Arena, yeah, Claire, you got the spinifers from me, and what was the other thing? Yeah, oh, 2 adult cylinders. Okay, yeah, okay, you got a few now. Then that's cool. Nice one. So you can see there, it's coming together quite nicely. Oh, you know what? I think I got those from. I'm quite lucky, really. There's a place. There's like a factory unit at the top of my road, and it's quite a big building, and they have all manner of like fake flowers and plants and grasses and basically everything. They basically cater for weddings and like occasions where people want to put fake flowers and stuff. So they're like a they're like service businesses, so to speak. Um, so yeah, that's at the top of my road. So I literally just go to the top of my road and get loads of stuff in. So I get all my fake flowers and branches and various other bits and pieces. But you can buy all these things online, really. So if you just like Google, fake succulents, plastic succulents, whatever, you'll get a whole bunch of stuff coming up. So what I like about the fact that I'm back. What I like about the fact that I'm able to go to the shop and get this stuff is that some fake flowers and stuff feel and look a lot more fake than others. So, some things actually don't look too bad. So it's nice to be able to go to the shop and, feel them, touch them, look at them up close just to see how fake and plasticky they might look. So, but you know what? Fake flower foliage technology is right up there these days, man. It's not like it used to be. Some stuff looks really good these days. All right, dude. Nice one, mate. Yeah. well, none of us are getting any younger, Andy. Nice one, mate. Cheers for popping in anyway. See you later. Yeah, if he comes back in the morning, he can just skip to the end then just to see what it looks like.
Yeah.
So just putting down a little bit of birch bark on the bottom just to mix up a little bit. Put another piece of put another stick in just to give it a bit more of a authentic dying tree fallen over type look. Another one there. There we go. There we go. Right. I think that might be nearly it. There we go, guys. Don't know if you can see it properly. Can you see that all right, Gav?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. Right. So, the beetles are tucking in anyway. Right, I'll just clean my mess a little bit, and then what I'm going to do now. Hold on, Gav. Mixing things up a bit. I'm going to have Nine's in the house. How's it going, Nine? Welcome back. That Death Feigning Beetles struggling. Should I help it?
No, because they are the specialists at getting back onto the front.
Yeah, look at it go. Specialist.
Needs to learn.
You'll get bullied in wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, very good, Nine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You've missed a lot of the chat, a lot of the info that I've given out, but I am going to go over a lot of the care and info once I actually get the beetles and put them in. So Yeah, I mean, look at, you see, are you sure, Gav? Are you sure?
Yeah, look. We're doing sit-ups. And then it'll get a grip and then it flips over.
I wish I'd, do you know what? I wish I'd set up the other camera now, because it would have been much better than this one for looking at the Beetles. But anyway.
Wi-Fi don't like any cameras tonight.
No, we're not allowed to touch it. We're not allowed to touch it because apparently Gav says they're specialists at writing themselves.
Case is there.
Oh, you missed it. It did it. It did it while the camera was there. I never touched it, Gov. Honest. Ah, good old Chris, yeah. I think we're all a bit like that beetle these days, to be honest. Right, guys. So basically, I've pretty much done the basics now. I've got my 2 pieces of cork bark with the starter burrows, one for the beetles, one for the Hadrurus. I've got my fake succulents just to give it a little bit of authenticity, a little bit of dead tree type carnage going on, and dried flowers, just all to just add a little bit of decoration. And also, the beetles do love to climb, so the beetles will climb all over these succulents and stuff. So what I'm going to add now is I'm just going to add a little bit more interest to the top of the sand. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a little bit of forest floor litter, just to make the substrate a little bit more interesting. Like that. And a little bit of bark chippings, again, just to make things a bit more interesting in certain areas. Gives the terrain a bit more, not only a bit more aesthetically pleasing for us, but it's also more interesting for the beetles to climb around, walk over and stuff. And finally, a few stones. I'm going to make a little couple of stones there. I mean, like I say, I'll make this look pretty now, and come tomorrow, the Scorpion will completely re-landscaped the whole area, guarantee it. A few more stones. There we go. I think we might be done. I think we might be nearly done. So, do I need anything else? No, I was going to put some dry moss in there, but I think there's enough. It's busy enough now. So, there we go. So, I think that's it. There we go. Done. So there's my little starter burrows. There's the Hadrurus. So this is the biggest of the 5 that I'm giving away for the communals, Gav. I'm basically keeping 5 of the bigger ones.
Yeah.
This is the biggest of the 5 that I'm selling on. Beautiful. Look at that beauty. Do you know what? I absolutely love this species. They're absolutely amazing.
I couldn't get over how fine the pincers are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they really are, aren't they? Fine and long, aren't they? Absolutely beautiful. So let's get him in. Oh, there he is. He's just come alive, look. Have another look at him before, because when we put him in, he might just disappear. Just a beautiful species. Absolutely beautiful. So, honestly, these guys, I love this species because he's in. I love this species because they're really active. They're really active hunters. They're out and about in the evenings. Um, they're absolutely beautiful, but they're really, really active, great active hunters. So Hadrurus arizonensis, giant desert hairy scorpion. Family Caraboctinae, and these are the family of hairy scorpions. So this is actually this and a few other Hadrurus species apparently are the largest scorpions in the North America regions. From what I've read, anyway. Where is he? He or she? There we go. Look, oh, he's out and about. Anyway, not. Sorry, the camera seems to be mirrored, so it just keeps throwing me out a little bit. There it is. Look at that beauty. Absolutely beautiful. Love it. And gone under the hide where I predicted it would go. So there you go. Absolutely beautiful species. I really love this. Oh no. Oh no. Sorry to hear that. So is this a replacement velvet that you had then? I mean, when did you have it sent? Do you think it might have got stuck in some post van somewhere in direct sunlight somewhere, or I mean, it's very hot at the moment. I mean, I don't know whether.
When did we last stream? Because that's when Mandy was on about it.
It's Friday.
And she was on about the first one being a day away then. So
Yeah.
Did she get it yesterday? It could have been.
It was very hot yesterday.
Mm.
It was very hot yesterday, Mandy. I'm surprised. I'm surprised whoever sent it, to be honest. But can you see? Can you see in the bottom right corner of Criticam? There was a beetle like climbing right next to the camera. like right on top of the camera.
You,
And the camera's quite high up.
you had this
I think I'm
problem
going to get Critter
in
Cam
the
out
car, didn't you?
to get some better pictures. You what, dude? Sorry.
You had this problem with some stuff that came in with damp tissue.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was some jumpers, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, what does more damage to things like that? Especially when you consider that you're not even supposed to like mist them that much in their enclosures.
Yeah. Now, when I send velvet spiders or jumping spiders, I don't spray them. I don't spray the tissue.
No.
And
And they'll be
if
perfectly
it's
fine as
hot
well.
like now, well, they don't need it. They'd be better off without it, really.
Yeah.
So anyway,
It'd be like sending death feigning beetles with damp tissue.
yeah, I mean, there isn't really any need for it. I don't think. Not if it's only going to be like a 24-hour, postage anyway. So, there you go. First one she got was with dry moss, and it was fine. Yeah, I think sending it in damp tissue in the weather, the weather was yesterday. I think that's what's killed it.
There you go.
So,
what Chris has said.
Yeah, I think that's what's killed it. So that's sad. I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Oh dear. I mean, what do you do when you get sent a replacement and that's DOA as well? Get them to send you another one. That's what you do.
No, you call him John Wick.
Yeah, man. John Wick or Equalizer. One or the other. Right, guys. Shall we get some Beatles in here, and then we'll get
Creasy. John Creasy.
Yeah, man. John Creasy. Exactly. Creasy bear.
Yep.
Right. Let's get some Beatles in, shall we? And hope there isn't a massacre. No, I'm only joking. Obviously, I'm only joking. Right, let's. Right, we've got a male and a female there, so there's some humping going on already. I did get. Oh, where's my thing? I got a thing to scoop them up in. I don't know where it's gone. Anyway. So we've got a male and a female there. Gonna do another male and a female.
I don't think you ain't got any velvets, have you, Mitch?
Yeah, I've got one. I've just got one female getting quite big now.
No, I mean for sale.
Oh no, sorry. No. No, I haven't got any for sale, I'm afraid. I've got enough on right now. Right. I've put 3 females and 2 males in there. I think that's a nice little mix. And there we go. Awesome. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook Critter Cam up. So there we go, guys. That is the enclosure right there. You can see. So we've got some nice height with the fake succulents, the dry plants, dry flowers.
See you later, Greg.
Some cork bark. And what I've done also is I'll show you. I'm going to get the camera out. I'll get the camera out and show you. Because you can't see it. You can't see it properly at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of Criticam 2. So anyway, there you go, guys.
One's usually bigger than the other with these, so it's quite easy to tell.
No, it's easy to tell. I'm going to get the camera out in a minute, and I'm going to show you a better view. But I'm back. The females are considerably larger than the males. Basically, it's pretty obvious. In fact, I'll see if I can just quickly switch to this camera now, and I'll show you. Let me just zoom in a little. I'm just going the wrong way. So they're both females, and then that's a female. So you can see on the right hand side they're both females, and if you look at that other one on the left, that's a male. So you can see the difference. Really, really easily tell the difference. The male. If you're looking at these two, you've got the female on the right, the male on the left, and then the scorpion running over them both. And then we're back. And then a small male there. So yeah, there you go, look. Blimey. They're both males. So those two on the outside edge, they're both males. Those two on the inside there, the bottom right, they're both females. You can see how obvious it is between the two. So yeah, pretty easy. So there you go. There's the cohab. There you go. So Asbolus, verrucosus, Blue Death Feigning Beetle. So these are from the family Tenebrinidae. Now these are called the darkling beetle. Southwestern USA, Sonoran Desert. So apparently, verrucosus, which is obviously the second part of their name, means warty. And it's referring to the characteristic bumps on the beetle's elytra. Just in case anyone didn't know that, there you go. Interesting bit of trivia for you. Old Warty. That's a lovely name, isn't it? So apparently also, I didn't know this, the powdery blue hue on the beetles is due to a wax coating on their bodies. And this prevents loss of moisture. So that's pretty cool. Comes in pretty handy when there's like hardly any water around anywhere, wherever you live. You can all do with a bit of that today. So as you know, some are darker and some are lighter than others. It's usually the higher the humidity, the darker the colour of the beetle goes, basically. Now, temperatures, pretty same for the scorpions and the beetles, which is lucky, considering obviously they're going to be cohabiting. Temperatures, anywhere between 25 and 30. I mean, some people like to use like heat mats and heat bulbs and all that jazz, but to be honest, I don't think you need it. Right now, obviously, the temperatures are quite warm. As long as like your temperature as long as the temperatures in your house aren't going to drop, you know, kind of below 23, 24 degrees, they'll be fine. They'll be perfectly fine. It's only when you want to think about, like, you know, incubating larvae and things like that when you have to seriously think about conditions. But as far as just keeping the beetles alive and happy and healthy, anywhere between 24 and 30 degrees is perfectly fine. I don't use any external heat on them, and I've never had any problems whatsoever. And it's the same for the scorpion as well. Obviously, they're both from North America, so deserty, arid regions. So you don't need to be spraying the tank ever. The scorpion, the beetles will get all the moisture they need from the food that you give them, which we'll talk about in a minute. Basically, the Hadrurus just needs, like any scorpion, would appreciate a water bowl from. So they do like a drink. So if you're going to put water bowl in, which I do recommend that you do, I said do. Which I do recommend that you do. Don't forget to put some tiny pebbles or stones in the water dish, because you've got to think about your beetles. You don't want your beetles kind of like, you know, falling into a deep water dish and not getting out, because they will die, basically. You what, dude?
They go black.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, basically. The more water they take on, they go black. And they will die. What's happened? Real succulent plants? Yeah. Absolutely, Emma. Absolutely. I actually, if I'd had more time, I would. I am planning on doing a full desert bioactive build myself, because this bad boy is for sale. I'm taking this to the Scottish show, and I am taking this to the Scottish show. There we go. Let me turn me light down a bit, because there we go. There we go. That's with the LED light. There you go, folks. So, yes, I am planning on doing another build for myself, another cohab build, but I'm going to put it in a larger tank, and I'm going to do a full bioactive desert setup. So it's if you saw the previous live stream that I did, which was for the desert predatory beetles, I did a full bioactive there where I added real succulents to that, and that's still going really, really well. So I'm going to do exactly the same for this particular setup. So obviously this one right here is fake succulents. I'm selling this one at So if anybody's interested or is going to Scotland and you're interested in this full setup, I am taking this to the show. But like I say, I am going to do a full bioactive setup by myself for my own personal setup, and that's going to be real succulents and all that good stuff. So yeah, it definitely works. So yeah, there you go. Looks pretty nice. I think the light might be a little bit bright. I don't know if you can see it properly, but yeah, pretty good. I'm liking it. I'm I think I'll get Criticam out just to see. Yeah, no worries. Gav's having a few technical issues right now. So these beetles are being quite nice and active now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get Criticam out and see if I can get some better footage. So I'm just going to do that in a sec. Now just bear with me, guys. Woo. I hope you like it anyway. It's pretty funky, isn't it? Pretty funky. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Right, let's see if I can get some better footage. You have to just bear with me because I didn't have Criticam set up. Just bear with me. Just take 2 moments. Nearly there. Am I still? I thought I might have lost myself for a second. Am I still live? Am I still live, Gav? Thank you. I just had a moment there. I thought I'd lost. Right, you'll have to excuse me. My laptop has frozen. Woo!
Are you using Chrome?
Right.
Yeah. No.
Right. We. Sorry, guys.
That's only for people with names. Not just anybody gets a privileged view of the bug room.
Right, technique. It's not working. I don't know why it's not working. So I apologise, guys. I was really hoping to. Whoa, I think we might have done it. Where's that scorpion at? There he is, look. So, Claire, like Jeremy says, no, basically. I would only keep one of these together. They are super aggressive. Look around. We can see him up, having a little climb. No, like I say, Claire, I've kept these together before for a long time. And I never had any problems with the beetles. Any problems from the scorpion at all. In fact, like I was saying earlier, I don't think you were here when I was saying it, but when I kept them a few years back together, I had interesting behaviour in terms of what appeared to be the beetles actually they were kind of cleaning the scorpion. I've actually got quite a lot of photos and a bit of video footage. I'll dig it out and I'll post them on my page, Claire, over the next few days. In behaviour. And they obviously have no. They don't show any real signs of threat to the scorpions. So the scorpions basically just. So there we go. There's the. I haven't, Claire. No, I do actually have some other some other beetles in the house. I think you might have seen them on a stream before. They, I was talking to Gav the other day about whether or not scorpions would cohab with those. They're the urchin beetles. If they do or not. So this is interesting. Look, you can see the beetle keeps walking over the hide where the scorpion is, and the scorpion just keeps like raising its pincers, but not actually doing anything aggressive towards the beetles. Basically, just saying, "I'm here. Don't come down here. Stay away." There we go. Look, that's the beetle. Yeah, well, that's what I'm planning to do, Claire. I'm gonna be on the lookout for a few other things we can do some co-ops too. There we go. Look, bit of interaction. Hello, how's it going? So no humping action because these two are both females. So there you go. Where are the others? I think the others are still climbing. The males are in the fake succulents. Look, both males are just hanging out in the succulents. It's the females that are doing all the exploring at the moment. You do, Claire. Honestly, they're so comical. They're so awesome to watch. Yeah, you see, that much I don't know. I honestly don't know, Claire. I mean, the thing is, possibly, but you'd have to just experiment, really. I mean, I've got a feeling they'd probably be okay, you know. Honestly, Christy, these beetles are just super cool. It's so much fun to watch as well when they're doing their thing, climbing around. They just look so comical. I'll show you the. I'll set up properly for the bigger enclosure I've got because I've actually got a load down here, but I don't think you can see it. Let's see if I can. It's a bit awkward. This is my main setup that I've got. So there's about 30 in there. Can't see them because they're not really very active. They're not really out and about as much. Temporary housing for the majority of what I've got. They're all basically underneath these. They tend to just hang out underneath here. Look, they're all down there. Look, there. Look. So that's the. That's basically where I keep the majority of my stock. And like I say, I've just taken 5 out to put in this enclosure, this setup that I've just done. So these are obviously, this is the one I'm selling. So I'm quite happy with how this has turned out anyway. So pretty nifty setup. See if I can get a panned out. It's a bit tricky when I've got the macro lens on, because obviously everything's really zoomed in. So you can see, look, you can see the scorpion in there. Got another piece. Got 2 hidey holes. So basically, what will happen is during the day, all the death feigning beetles will probably go in that one, and the scorpion will dig out that one there. And yeah. Quite a lot of a nice height. So there you go. So yeah, see them. You can see them having a good old climb. So yeah, so it's really important to think about what your beetles need, and also what your scorpion needs. So see, the beetles do love to climb. Areas. They're so deep-sea as well. This is why they're so funny, because they just fall around all over the place. But they're so cool. So yeah. So they do love to make the environment as interesting as possible. So lots of stones and variety on. That's why I've put loads of. You can see here, look. I've made the top part of the substrate. I've made it really interesting. So I've put loads of stone, cork bark. You know, piece of look a bit like a few dying, dead tree bits, branches, dried flowers, fake succulents for them to climb up. Fake succulents down on the bottom, loads of stones and gravel and cork. Get in between. They do love to get in between all those nooks and crannies, the beetles. They love to just wander around, exploring the area. So, you know, you don't want to just make it like I made this mistake. First time I had these, um, like I say, I had these about 5 years ago. And I made the mistake of just having like a bit of a boring like substrate, sand substrate over the top. And I realised that the beetles, because they love to walk about and climb, you just need to make it possible for them. Rocky's in the house. So I'm sorry if I've missed what's going on in the chat. Obviously, Gav's usually keeping me up to date with what's going on with you guys, but he's having some technical difficulties, I think, so he's not here at the moment. Anyway, the scorpion's not coming out to play. Just hiding out, but it's fine. He's just relaxing. So yeah, I think that's it. Anyway, like I say, I've got the now. I've got quite a lot of beetles for sale. I've got the scorpions for sale. This cohab that I've set up tonight, I'm taking to Scotland with me, and I'm hoping to set up more of these to take to other shows. Yeah, dude, I'll tell him. Right, I think we're going to leave it at that. Oh. Whew. Damn, it's hot. It's still 28 degrees here in the bug shed, so it's still very, very hot. I'm going to turn that off. One sec. Yes, 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 yes. It's good. The show is going to be good. It's the Scottish show. Right, let's get some more light on the go. Okay, guys, there we go. Woo! That is the Blue Death Feigning Beetles, Hadrurus Scorpion cohabitation. I hope that is okay for you. So yeah, Vanessa, how's it going, Vanessa? You all right? Oh dear. Okay, sorry about that. Yeah. So there you go. I think I'm going to wrap things up. So I've finished now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig out those photos and those that I took way back when I had a cohab from about years ago. I've actually got quite a lot of footage where the beetles. It does seem as though they do have a little bit of a symbiosis. Seems like the obviously from the beetles' perspective, I think they get that added protection from the scorpion, but also from the scorpion's perspective, it seems that the beetles do a certain amount of what appears to be some cleaning, like in between the joints and on the legs, and in between the joints on the pincers and the claws and various other parts. I did observe them what appeared to be cleaning the scorpions, which I thought was really, really interesting. Am I back? I'm back. I think I'm back. Sorry about that. Not only is the scorpion tolerating the beetles, but he's actually getting some benefit from the beetles, from what appears to be some kind of clear. So yeah, it's actually really, really interesting. So we'll see. I'm going to leave these overnight, and I'm going to put some food in there in a minute for them to a little bit later on once the lights have and there's not so much kind of commotion going on around them. I think the scorpion will definitely come out. This is why I'm really happy that this particular species of scorpion cohabs with the beetles, because simply because they're so amazing. These scorpions, they're they're really lively, they're really active. They come out and and they do really, really well. So yeah, I'm really, really pleased. I'm going to see if I can get. No, I'm not going to bother, because I'm just going to see if I can change the settings on this. There we go. But we're going to get rid of Gav, because I don't know what's happened to Gav. So you can see the scorpion just coming out a bit. There, look. There's the scorpion, look. Just popping its head out. Hey, hi Sophie, you okay? Welcome. We are actually just, I'm just thinking about packing up soon. But, so yeah, you can see there's the scorpion just popping its head out, maybe thinking about coming out. That's pretty cool. So I hope everyone's all right. Um, so, so Danielle, you're going to. Who else is going to Scotland? So Danielle says she's going to. So there you go. You're all having a little bit of a conversation. Good to hear it. So I saw a little bit of interaction there. Look, the beetle just standing his guard, saying, "This is my home." You'll notice how the scorpion isn't actually kind of attacking the beetles. It's basically it's just putting itself out there and saying, don't come near. This is my house. I live here. Stay away. Um, so it's cool. Really, really interesting stuff. Honestly, I could sit and I'm gonna set up the camera better so you can see better what's going on inside. Um, so yeah, let's have a look. So the yeah. Um, yeah, Chris here. So this is why it's so cool. This is why it's so cool to have this setup, because honestly, there's really, really interesting behaviour goes on between the scorpions, the scorpion and the beetles. Um, like I was saying before, the beetle. I think for now, basically, the scorpion is just saying, "This is my hangout. this side's mine. I've got there's another piece of cork bark on the other side. I think the beetles are going to end up living in that one. But yeah, honestly, it's absolutely fascinating to watch them interact. They don't usually would normally be out and about by now, but obviously because I only just put the scorpion in just recently, it is basically just gonna stay in its burrow right there and basically just like kind of stamp its authority on the fact that this is mine, this is my place, this is where I'm staying, and you can go elsewhere. Okay, am I back? Right, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to remove that because the stream has there's so much buffering going on tonight. It's really annoying. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to. We got no plants in your communal, Jeremy. What are you? What are you messing about, oh, man? Come on, come on. There are plants in the desert, you know. Yeah, man, get some plants in there. Just like mixes things up a bit, and also it provides a really nice amount of interesting things for them to climb around. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say, or a branch or something like that. You know, like a big log. I do think that the beetles do like. I think they enjoy the intricacy of certain like various things that they want to climb. So plants, I think plants provide like a really more challenging kind of like climbing things for them to, you know, for them to like kind of hone. Just interacting with the environment, you know, that kind of interaction. So yeah, get some succulents, man. I'm gonna do another house at some point, and it's gonna be like the Cerata, that the predator beetles that I did. I'm going to do a proper um, desert bioactive where I'm going to use real succulents, maybe a real cactus, and you know, set up in a bigger tank. I think that'll be really. Like I say, I've used this because it looks really nice. I had it spare. It wasn't doing anything. It's got the LED light. In the evening, I'll show you guys. What I'll do is one night next week when I do stream in the house, I'll show it you. It's the LED light in the evening when it's honestly when it's all lit up. It looks absolutely stunning. When the scorpion and the beetles are out, and you've got the LED light. Honestly, it looks fantastic. So to have if I was allowed to have bugs anywhere else in the house but the shed and the bug room, I would definitely have them in the house. So yeah, parkour definitely much like that. There's a lot of stumbling and fumbling going on as well. That's why they're so entertaining to watch. They really are fascinating to watch. So so yeah. So there you go, guys. Anyway, that's the cohab. So oh yeah, quickly food wise, if you've not had the death feigning beetles before, they are omnivores, and they absolutely love. So they a nice mixed diet of freshly killed insects. So I basically chop up roaches, because that's usually all. They're the only real feeders that I use, roaches. Um, but you can use obviously any insects. So chopped up locusts, crickets, you know, roaches, obviously, like I just said, and then mix that up with a diet of fruit and veg. So people use like anything you can think of, really, anything, any kind of veg, fruits. They'll eat. They'll eat. You'll just have to work out what they do. Generally, eat pretty much anything. So you just have to keep a nice mixed diet um, going on. So and they're great eaters. Obviously, the scorpion is it will eat the. If you chop up a load of freshly killed insects and put them in the. Am I back? If you put freshly killed insects in here with the beetles, obviously the scorpion will eat those as well, because scorpions aren't, they're not going to turn their noses up to a free meal of freshly killed insects, so they're going to eat that as well. But obviously, if you put some small roaches and stuff in there, then the scorpion happy days hunting as well. So yeah, there you go. I think it looks absolutely mint when it's set up with the light and everything on a little coffee table in the corner of your room. Cool it right next to you. Have it next to you on the side when you're watching TV. You'll be looking at your beetles wandering around. Honestly, they're mesmerizing. You just like watch them all night long. They're absolutely fantastic. So yeah, they're really. So yeah, there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. I think I'm going to wrap things up now. So there we go. Cohab, Death Feigning Beetles, Hadrurus, Arizonensis. There we go. Giant desert hairy scorpion. Brilliant cohab right there. It's an absolutely fascinating thing to have. Loads of interactions. I definitely recommend you get those. I am going to be taking these to the shows. Not in this exact tank. I'm going to get some other types of tanks, set up some cohabs, take them to the shows, and see if people want them. But obviously, you can get them from me if you want as well. I'm selling the scorpions. I'm selling the beetles separately, and obviously you can make your own desert setup. Right then, guys, I'm going to get going. It's dead hot in here. It's still 28 degrees in the shed. I'm absolutely boiling. So I hope you've enjoyed that. I hope you like what you see, and thank you so much for spending your Wednesday evening with me. It's the Scottish show next, guys. I'm pretty certain most of you won't be going. I know. See you on Sunday. Looking forward to that. And anybody else who's going to the Scottish show on Sunday, he's I don't know what's happened. He's obviously had some problems. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Yeah, I apologise. We've had a few tech issues. To be honest, I wouldn't normally do a stream in this heat because I know it could with the technology. But I had to do this. Setup anyway because, like I say, I'm taking this to Scotland, so it needed to be done. So I was going to do it. I just thought, why? My friend, looking forward to seeing you, Rick, again as always, mate. Right then, guys, I am definitely going to go now. I hope you enjoyed what you saw, and I will definitely post some pictures and stuff of this looking really good under the light and everything. It's going to look really nice. So take care to everyone in the chat. Thank you so much to everyone who has joined in the chat, and if you've watched the stream on a later date, and thank you so much to you guys for watching the stream as well. If you've got any questions about cohabitation or keeping death feigning beetles or the giant desert hairy scorpion, please drop me a message in the comments. And if you've got any suggestions for any future streams or anything like that, I'm always open to. I mean, I've got absolutely tons of stuff to do, so it's not like I need ideas. But if anybody wants me to prioritize anything over anything else, then just let me know. So anyway, guys, thank you so much to everyone for tuning in, and I'll speak to you again soon. I probably won't do another stream now, not a shed stream anyway, until after the Scotland show. So, but I may do a free and easy kind of chill out sort of stream in the bug room tomorrow or Friday, whatever. So anyway, guys, take care, good night, and be careful in this heat. Drink plenty of water, make sure your inverts are well hydrated. Take care and be safe. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I've not got Gav to turn me off, so I'll have to do that myself. So anyway, guys, thank you so much, and take care. I'm just going to Do this. Thank you. Bye.